Hey guys, Jonah here back with an actual review of the Beer Company 2022 Advent Calendar. Yeah, and I was a bit unhappy when I was doing the unboxing, but I'm now sitting down. I should only have one beer, but it looks like they've substituted two beers, two for one. The reason I'm disappointed was because they didn't actually tell me that they'd changed any of the things. I didn't get any snacks either. And the beer nuts, which is what Beer Company used to be called, I have had some of their stuff previously, and the nuts were really good. So I'm really disappointed. And they didn't give me anything else. There was no you know, there was no other nuts or anything like that. So I've kind of got two beers instead of one, but no nuts. Hey, so a bit disappointed. I do have a golden ticket thing, which basically gives me, if I go for their subscription service, it gives me the first month free. And I might well do that just to do a couple of months, just to see how it compares to the one I'm doing at the moment. We got the socks there that I'm health and safety balanced on a plug socket. They are quite cool. I don't know if you can see, but these little guys, sort of Mexican guys, they look like mariachis, but they're the branding for the actual nuts themselves. So I've got socks nuts, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm left with a dilemma because I've got two beers here. I've got a hazy one, and I've got a cherry one. I think I'm going to do the cherry one. And I saw this beer, the ABC The Dragons, and there are actually lots of dragons on there, which is kind of cool. Let's see if we can get a nice focus on there. It's a cherry pale ale at 4.5% on the ABV, and I thought this must be a Welsh brewery that I haven't heard of. But no, they apparently are from Manchester. So I am not 100% sure what the link to dragons is. And the hops are Columbus and Cascade. Alphabet Brewing. There you go. So I'm going to go for this one. And I do have quite a nice tasting glass with the Beer Co thing on there, and has it got the mariachi guys dancing around? I think it has, which is cool too. So after a hard day's brewing, because I've done a brew, and done some videos because I did a beer earlier on, I deserve a beer. Cheers and beers to all of you guys out there. You saw my review earlier on from the beer 52 box. Dutch, my little cat, he's around somewhere. Well, he's not so little. He's a big boy actually. Right, so let us, as is the way, do something like that. Move that apart a bit. Move my head around there. Oh God, this is all going pear-shaped, isn't it? Cheesy grin. That's as good as it's going to get. So, I'll tell you what. One good thing. This is a 330. Got in there the full thing and room for head, which is cool in the game. We've definitely got a finger's head. Lovely, lovely red colour. You can see the Beer Co branding, but you know, that's what it is, so fair enough. Oh, slightly off head. It's slightly pink, which is bizarre. But nice big carbonation bubbles. Let's see what we get. Not much on the nose, to be honest. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. So it is quite sour. I was kind of expecting it to be a sort of sour beer, like a Kriek, but there's hardly any cherry in it at all, which is weird. Um, it says it's got wheat in it, but yeah, I mean, there's no cherry, none at all. This almost smells like just a normal beer without anything in it. But I was really expecting to get a nice cherry kind of Kriek style. All I'm getting is like real bitterness. So it's like bitter cherry, I guess. Okay, second mouthful, getting a little bit more sweetness. So it's really bitter to start with. Now I'm going down the glass. There was a little bit of cherry there on the second taste, but it was really up front. It was initial kind of taste. Very dry. So it's weird. It's not like a sour beer. It's not tart. It's just really bitter, which is odd. And the sweetness is balanced quite nicely um, against the dryness. So that's why I sort of said, you know, is it a sour? Is it not a sour? I don't think it is. Very, very bizarre. It just says pale ale. Very strange. And the dragon's on there. Maybe that's because there's a little kind of fiery kind of taste going on as well. Um, very odd beer. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? It's probably not my thing, I have to say. Um, Purely because there's this ongoing kind of weird bitterness that's not a sour taste like a lambic or a kettle sour beer or something like that. It's not tart, it's just really bitter and not from a hop. Well, obviously the bitterness coming from the hops, but you can't taste the hops. It's just, yeah, not good. Same thing again, very kind of light cherry, tiny juicy little bit because it waters your palate, then followed by this lingering bitterness, um, which I can't really say is that good, to be honest. So yeah, unfortunately, my disappointment with the beer company continues. I really would have preferred their own special beer instead of subsidizing or substituting, even substituting for something, yeah, like this, which is unfortunately not great. So sorry about that. Day one, I'm not impressed really by this. And I found out I didn't get this for full price, I have to say. I did buy it though with my money, but the original price for this was 130 quid. And okay, I've got one extra beer, so it's for 26 beers. But I've worked out roughly that's £5 a beer, which is pub prices, um, and pub prices for a pint, not for a half or a 330. So yeah, I'm not seeing the value, even for what I paid, which was substantially less. Um, you're still looking at least £3 for per beer. That makes sense. I know you get a pair of socks. You should have got some nuts, which I didn't get. You get a glass, a tasting glass. Yep, all good. But this whole thing for me is about the beers and trying different beers from different places. And I guess that's what I've got today. So, I'm not knocking it for trying a different beer, but yeah, it's just not a great beer. Have to be honest. Anyway, this has been Uncle Jonah. This Advent season is going to be very, very interesting because that has to live there because otherwise cats and things is so fragile it'll get knocked over. I'm worried that it might get knocked over there, and so I've lent it on the wall. If it falls forward, everything will fall out. So I'm hoping there's no bottles in there. I'm pretty sure they're just cans, but yeah, we'll see what we get. Wish me luck anyway on this Advent journey. And I've had to relegate the other box to the floor for now, but I think I might put it here, but maybe not keep it here all the time. Just bring it into shot, as it were, when we do the reviews. Anyway, letting you into a bit of trade secrets there. This has been Uncle Jonah drinking BierCompany Advent beer, so you guys don't have to, or if you are, let me know your experience down below in the comments. I'd really like to know if you're, well, bit of repeatage on me, if you're doing this as well. Are you experiencing the same thing as me? Are you slightly disappointed by this? It was supposed to be like a luxury item. Maybe it'll get better. Keep your fingers crossed for me. But anyway, yeah, if you've got any any kind of feelings about it, either way, let me know in the comments below. It's always good, and it helps me out because YouTube likes videos with comments too. If you want to see all these Advent beer reviews, click down below in like and subscribe. You know what you're doing, all that kind of stuff. And we will see you for some more beers, more reviews tomorrow. Take care, guys.